Solar power has made Michael Oili richer and a shining star in his community. Not so much because he uses it, but because he sells it. Oili is a solar power agent, one of a few dozen middlemen and women helping solar power companies in Africa sell to residents of remote villages. In Kenya, which with a GDP of about $56 billion is East Africa's largest economy, 68% of residents have no access to grid power, according to the World Bank. That is nearly 30 million people, typically using kerosene lamps that are heavy on the wallet and harsh on human health.
Solar energy is pure, green, and clean. It is cost-effective in that there's no monthly charges, there's no daily charges.
Though studies have shown that solar lanterns can save 10 to 15% of the annual income of people living below $2 a day, which is roughly 60% of Kenya's population, consumer awareness and distribution remain two of the biggest barriers to entry and growth. That's where the agents come in. Local residents, known and trusted, fluent in local languages and great at selling. These agents are converting customers of kerosene lamps into buyers of solar lanterns. These middlemen and women are called the light bringers in these areas, people who are helping children study after dark, helping people keep their stores open longer, helping people show their wares better, helping illuminate lives. Before she became an agent, Beatrice Ochieng used to sell fish, but often she wouldn't find enough fish at the beach or sell enough at the market. She wasn't able to help her husband make ends meet. Money was often low. Her financial situation changed after she heard about solar lanterns and went to get trained as an agent. Now Beatrice has more than the money needed to support her family every month and a newfound sense of financial independence.
In the olden days, back days, I could go and maybe borrow something from the shopkeepers because I had no cash. But nowadays, I don't borrow because I always have my cash.
Sylvester Ochieng Okumu said he is able to keep his convenience store open until much later now because of the solar lanterns. Marian Ochieng, who sells produce in a small village, said the light is boosting sales and helping attract more customers because they can now see the produce on their way home from work. She also said it helped her extend her hours, now shutting shop at 1 a.m. instead of 8 p.m. In a nation where about 1/3 of the rural youth is unemployed, Rafael Otieno, who recently completed high school, is selling solar lanterns and making enough money to support his family and pay for college.
I'm planning to join my college in next year. Also help me to help my parents, yes, and my brothers and sisters at home, yes, because I'm the firstborn.
The job comes with its own set of challenges. Many say the biggest challenge is the sell.
You have to pump this idea into them that by buying kerosene daily at 20 bob, at the end of the month, you'll be spending around 600 per month on kerosene. So you have to sell them the idea.
The job also requires travel. The distances large, the hours long. Those hours are probably going to get longer, with electricity prices doubling in Kenya and the off-grid population in sub-Saharan Africa expected to grow from 600 million people to nearly 700 million in 2030. Solar power companies will likely have to rely more on these light bringers.